What's up, everyone? We are back with another 82-0 challenge. We are doing this every day until we go 82-0. If you guys have not seen the other videos, I'll quickly explain what we're doing. We are on 2KMTCENTRAL, and we are going to do a lowest overall player draft. Currently active players, of course. And we're using the bootstrap so we can get good enough players to do this. And so basically what we're going to do is we're going to take the lowest overall player from each pack, and we're going to build a roster with that team and see if they can go 82-0. This is a simulation, not a rebuild. So with that being said, let's get into choosing our team and we'll see where we're at. Alright, so for the first player, Alright, so for the captain pack, what I'm thinking is I'm going to go with small forward. There are a lot of currently active small forwards, and what I've been noticing is a lot with my captain pack, I'm either getting all legendary players, or there will be like not really a great person with a fantastic card, and he's who I'm getting in my captain pack. So what I'm going to do is put in small forward, because I know there's going to be there's a lot of active small forwards who are very good, have very good cards, and one of their cards will probably be in that small forward pack, so hopefully it won't be a waste. Because if you have not watched the other videos, when I get a pack with all legendary players, that pack is basically just thrown out and we don't get anybody. So yeah, for the first pack we got James Harden, Sean Bradley's not active, Anderson Varejão's not active, Kareem's not active, and Ben Simmons is active. Ben Simmons is a 90, James Harden is an 89, so we will go with James Harden. This is fantastic already. I'm absolutely loving this. James Harden off the bench. Let's go. Alright, so pack number 2, we got CJ Miles, DeMarcus Cousins, Mike Conley, Dale Ellis, and Luol Deng. Of course, we are only going with people who are currently on rosters. So I believe CJ Miles is not on a roster. I'm going to check 2K database. He is only a free agent, so we can't get him. Can't get Dale or Luol. So it's either DeMarcus Cousins or Mike Conley. And DeMarcus Cousins is also a free agent, so I do have to go with Mike Conley. Pack number 3. Let's see what we got. We got Michael Carter-Williams, Steve Novak, Matt Barnes, Kerry Kittles. We can't get any of them, but we can get Nikola Vucevic. He is an 80. He is the lowest, so we will pick him. Nice pickup. Very nice pickup. Honestly, I can't be too upset since I got James Harden already. So, let's see. Pack number 4, John Paxson, Kenyon Martin, D'Lo. Oh my gosh, Garrett Temple, and Lance Stevenson. Lance Stevenson is playing in China, right? I know he's playing somewhere overseas. Oh, wait. Yeah. So he is a free agent, so we can't get him. Garrett Temple is currently on the Brooklyn Nets. That's kind of sad. Could have had D'Lo. D'Lo and James Harden would have been a ridiculous backcourt. But it is what it is. Pack number 5 looking like this. KD. Oh, man, bro. Oh, man. Corey Brewer is the lowest overall. I don't know what team he's on. Gonna check the database again. He is a free agent, so we can't get him. So we can choose between Mario Hezonja and Clint Capella, and I know Clint Capella is gonna be a lot better. So we got him. We got good big men to come off the bench. Hopefully we do get someone good in our starter packs, so we don't have to bring, start Clint or Nikola. This pack's looking like Moses Malone, Gail Goodrich, Daniel Tice, Mark Gasol, and Taurean Prince. I believe Taurean Prince is still active. He's young, so I'd assume he's still active. Yeah, currently in the Brooklyn Nets. Okay. For some reason, I was thinking of Kenneth Faried. When I see Taurean Prince, I think of Kenneth Faried. I don't actually know if they look alike. I thought they did, but let's see what this pack. We got Enes Kanter, Devin Booker, Andre Iguodala, Alex Len, and Nick Van Exel. Man, I mean, Enes Kanter isn't great, but he definitely would have been better than Alex Len. Sadly, we gotta go with him. Last bench pack before the starters. Let's see what we got. We need someone good out of here. We got Kyrie, Iggy, Percy Hawkins, Kyrie, and Brendan Haywood. Andre's on the Miami Heat, right? This could not be going. Yeah, he's currently on Miami. He is the lowest overall. That kind of sucks. We almost got Kyrie, and James Harden would have been the best backcourt ever. But off the bench, we got 3, maybe 4 guys getting minutes. I mean, Mike Conley is definitely probably going to get minutes just because we don't really have any guards other than him coming off the bench. And I don't think Garrett Temple's that good. But I'm not exactly 100% sure. I don't really follow Garrett Temple. Let's see what our center pack's looking like. We need someone good. We got AD. AD is fantastic. Dikembe can't get him. Kristaps can't even get him. Andre Drummond and Joel Embiid. Almost had Joel. Almost had Anthony Davis. Definitely would have been game changers. We do get Andre Drummond. He is the lowest overall at 86. Not bad, but clearly Anthony Davis and Joel Embiid would have been way better. For our power forward spot, we got Michael Beasley, can't get him. Tony Kukoc, can't get him. Kristaps, we can't get him. We missed him on the last pack, but we're not going to get him. We're not even going to get Blake because for some reason, Kevin Knox has a 92. Oh my gosh. I'm upset. This is the second time I've gotten Kevin Knox, and he's not going to get. He didn't get minutes last time, and he's not going to get minutes on this team. For our point guard spot, we do have Kemba Walker, Russell Westbrook, Ron Harper, okay, not active, Tim Hardaway, not active, and Kevin Johnson. We do get Russell Westbrook. He is a 90. He is the lowest overall between him and Kemba. I'm very happy. Very happy. This might be the first. I'm fairly certain this is the first time I've ever gotten Russ. And him and James Harden. I mean, in real life, they're fantastic, and so in the game they're gonna be fantastic too. For our shooting guard pack, we got Oscar Robertson, George Gervin, can't get anybody. Isaiah Thomas, can't get him. Damon Jones and Sam Cassell. So this is what I was talking about, where we have a waste of a pick. This kind of really sucks. I've been thinking of changing the rules up to where if I don't get someone out of a pack, then I get 2 people out of the next pack. But since I haven't introduced that rule yet, I don't really want to do that. I feel like that's a little unfair. But maybe next time I'll do that, just because it's kind of really annoying. I mean, I think in the last video, I think I had 2 packs that ended up with no one, so it kind of hurts the team a lot. Especially in this case when I know we don't have an 82-0 team, and I don't even know if this is a championship contending team. But this could change. Because we have Klay Thompson right now. Latrell Sprewell, don't even know him. Danny Granger, I don't think he's active. Paul George and Dominic Wilkins. We do get Paul George. Kind of underwhelming. I definitely would have preferred Klay Thompson, just because I think Paul George is a little disappointing in 2K at least, every time I have him on my team. But we have 3 superstars in Russ, James Harden, and Paul George. For our power forward, I think I'm going to go Vucevic. And then Mike Conley and Clint Capella are definitely getting minutes. I'll figure out what everybody else is going to do. I don't know anybody else's ratings, really. I don't think Kevin Knox is that good. I don't know Garrett Temple's ratings, and I don't know Taurean Prince's. So depending off of that, we'll see where we're at. But I do think that this is actually a really good team now. Not 82-0 good. We don't have any, superstar big men. If we were to get AD, if we had AD instead of Andre Drummond, I would be very confident in this team. But just because we don't have a good bench, I'm not super confident. But it is what it is. I'll make the team on 2K. Build the roster, and then I'll be back. Alright, so we're here with the 64-65 Celtics as always. The team's looking like this. We got James Harden, Paul George, switch his position to small forward. We got Russ, Vucevic, obviously he's going to be our starting power forward. Got Capella, Drummond, Conley, moved his position to shooting guard. His overall went up a little bit. Alex Len, moved him to our backup power forward. His overall went up a bit. Iguodala, 2K actually has his primary position as shooting guard. I don't know if that's true because I just I really just know him from the Warriors, really. And obviously you had Stephen Clay, so he was obviously the small forward. But yeah, his overall went way up when I made him the small forward. I think it went up by like 3. And I don't think anybody else is getting minutes. Luol Deng is in the game. That's funny. That's so funny. He is a free agent though. He's just a filler player. Then you got Torian Prince, Kevin Knox, and Garrett Temple, all not getting minutes. Our bench was not super great. We basically had 4 people who are just completely useless, definitely not getting minutes. I'll show you the coach game plan. This is what it's looking like, you know, pretty obvious. Then you got Clint, Conley, Iguodala, and Alex Len getting minutes off the bench. I'm not gonna mess with any of this except for bench depth. I want to say 9. Yeah, we're gonna go 9 on that. No preference for this. We're just running a balanced system. Go to system proficiency, 4-star balance. Nothing else was better. We got Michael Stauffer. I fired the original coach. That's what I do every time, and I usually make Michael Stauffer the coach just to see which system works best. If we had a really good defensive system, which we did originally, we had 4-star defensive system, and the coach of the 64-65 Celtics, his primary system was defense, but I just didn't want to run that. James Harden and Vucevic struggled a lot in that. But I think that's it for that. I will simulate through the season. Alright, so we finished the season 68-14. Definitely better than I thought initially, just because of our big men not being great besides Andre Drummond. And I'm not saying he's a great player, I'm just saying in 2K he's literally amazing. But these are what the awards are looking like. We didn't get any of them, but we did get Coach of the Year at 68 wins. As far as these awards, we did get James Harden on the second team and Russ on the third team. Didn't get anybody on the defensive team. Obviously, we're first seed. The actual Celtics got the second seed. In the West, we got the Lakers and then OKC in the second seed. That is very surprising, actually. Let's look at standings, see how we did. We were 10 games better than the current day Celtics, but we were only 1 game better than the Lakers. That's going to be an issue. That's going to be a big issue. There was a big drop off in the West. Oh my gosh. Usually taking Paul George off the Clippers doesn't affect them that much. Like I've gotten Paul George a number of times and they've still reached like 50 wins with just like Kawhi, but that is surprising. As far as points per game goes, we were 6 points ahead of Boston. Defensively, we were the best by far. Point differential, oh my gosh. Freaking ridiculous. Let's look at season stats. James Harden, 28 points, 8.5 assists. Russ Westbrook, 25 points, 7 rebounds, 7.5 assists. He did fantastic. Paul George, 19 points. Not as bad as I thought he'd be. I knew James Harden and Russ would be very ball dominant, but he still put up 19 points. That's very impressive. 5 rebounds, 4.5 assists. Vucevic did his thing too, and Drummond. Wow, this is the first time the top 5 scorers have all been in the starting lineup. Usually there's one guy who suffers, and I assumed it was going to be Vucevic or Drummond, and they would have been like at like 8 points a game, but very surprising. And then Mike Conley did his thing off the bench. So yeah, that's how that's looking. Let's simulate through these playoffs and see if we win the championship. We swept through Indiana, closed that game looking like this. James Harden dropped 38 and 10, Westbrook 26 and 12, Paul George put 24, Drummond 18-13, blew him up by 50. Oh my gosh, this team's actually nuts. In the West, we got the Lakers making it through. OKC lost in the first round to that Clippers team. Why? Wow. Then you still have the Celtics, 76ers, and Bucks. That's what you expect. We sweep the Bucks. Wow. The Sixers swept the other Boston team. Portland makes it through, and Memphis beat that Lakers team. I'm very happy about that because they were the only team even close to our record. Close that game looking like this with James Harden dropping 42 and 6, Westbrook 26 and 13 with 6 rebounds also. They're shooting very efficiently too, which is nice. Mike Conley off the bench, 20 points in 19 minutes. Vucevic with 18, and then Paul George with 14, but he's just not taking as many shots as he usually does, with Westbrook and James Harden just being as ball dominant as they are. Let's see, Eastern Conference Finals, let's see what we got. And we swept them. We are sweeping our way through this playoffs. Hopefully we sweep Portland, because obviously the goal is to go 82-0, but the second thing I want to do is go 16-0 through the playoffs, and I don't think we have ever. We may have one of the first times we did this challenge, but since then we have not been able to sweep our way through the playoffs. Close out game against the Sixers looking like this. Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons both their numbers, but again we have James Harden dropping 24 and 6. Yeah, this looks like it was just a well-rounded game. No one else scoring even 20. Paul George, Westbrook, Vucevic, Capella, and Conley all going double digits, with Drummond and Len almost dropping double digits too. Almost everybody drops double digits. That's fantastic. That's what I want to see. Not necessarily. I want to see someone drop like 50, 60 points, but that's not going to happen with this team. Championship series against the Trailblazers. Kind of want to see what this team's looking like. Lillard, McCollum, Hood, Anthony, and Whiteside. So they made 0 changes. I'd be surprised if they took a game from us, just because no one else has taken a game from us yet. But let's see. Wow, we lost in the finals to the Trailblazers. Damian Lillard's your final MVP. That hurts. That hurts. We had 68 wins. We swept our way to the championship, and then we blew it. We lost by 12 points in the final game. I want to see how the rest of the series went. We won by 2 in game 1. Lost by 1 in game 2. Wow, we could have gone up 3-0. Instead, we're up 2-1. We lost another close one. That's 2-2. Lost. Got blown out. Then won. Tied it up. Tied the series up 3-3. And then we showed up. 35-22. I mean, we dropped 131 points. I can't believe this team lost. 2K Sim Engine is trash. It's absolutely terrible. The fact that this team, they have 1 All-NBA caliber player in Damian Lillard. We have 3 in James Harden, Russell Westbrook, and Paul George. And then you have borderline all-stars with Andre Drummond and Vucevic. You have Dame as the All-NBA player, and then you have CJ McCollum as an all-star. That's it. The fact that this team beat us is crazy. Lillard dropped 30 in game 1, 31 in game 2. 21, 38, 23, 36, and 27. Well, that's kind of disappointing. The fact that this team didn't even win a championship, it always hurts. Even if my team went 82-0, if we lost the championship, I would think the challenge was a fail. But this just means we gotta do it tomorrow. So I will catch you guys in the next video.